Hi, this is Glenda. Just thought I'd show you what I've been doing for the last week. I was inspired by my daughter. She had to make a whole lot of tags really quickly, so she raided her little box of leftover cuts and things that we all seem to end up having on our desks, and made a pile of tags. So I thought, I'm going to raid my one, see if I can really knock it on the head and make it either disappear or mostly disappear. So that's what I've been doing, making cards with primarily the bits that were on my desk. And most of them are nearly only that. So here's where I started. And for some reason I had all these balloons cut out. I can't even remember why. But I put them all on a sticky sheet and put glitter in between. And there's birthday card number 1 for playgroup, because that's where I started with. I always need them. And so bright and colourful, got that one done. Then I went on to the big die cuts that for some reason I'd prepared and not used, so I had this ice cream truck sitting there. So birthday card number 2. All I added was a print and cut that I had prepared earlier and was essentially also on my little pile of stuff. I'd never thought of using one of these scribble things to represent a road. These bits of fence and grass were all in the pile, so I don't think I had to add anything other than the card base. So I had a bicycle, 2/3 of my fence, a tree, and a balloon in the pile, so I had to cut one more little piece of fence and another birthday card. This one was a bit more of a challenge. I had 2 of the 3 horses in the pile. I had some clouds, this swirl which was just white, the stars were a border, and I had this little bit of gold wrapping paper, so I stuck it down. We coloured this one, added an embossing folder, and there's a very girly birthday card. So then I went on to this one. I never would have thought of doing this, and it's probably one of my favourites. But I had 2 background stamps, the trees and the trees with the animals, and I layered them, and it just never occurred to me to do that before. And then I put gold on a sticky sheet and put gold flakes in the background again, so I was really pleased with that. Then I've done 2 virtually the same, but I had all these strips of borders that I don't know why I cut so many borders. Some of them were trying out a new dye at the time. Some of them were seeing how bad an old dye was that I never used. So anyway, I stuck them all down again on sticky sheet and put foiling in the background. I had this little cat in the pile. I had to cut the thanks. And then the same thing for this one. I had to cut the sentiment. The bird was in the pile. I had to add the bit of vellum too on those. But, you know, really reasonably quick. Now I have a huge container of butterflies. That's kind of deliberate to have them on hand because it's easier to cut them all at once. And so on the sticky sheet this time I used Perfect Pearls instead to fill in all the gap, and that's another one I rather like. Very pearly. Then I did a few really simple ones that my daughter gave me a lovely pile of sort of scrap size textured pieces, so I grabbed one of those for the back. This butterfly border was in 2 parts, so I coloured it and finished it off and put it together. Been sitting there probably since I bought the die, and added a sentiment. But very quick and easy and very effective. This one, I had a car sitting there. For some reason I made more at the time. And again, more of this textured paper. And this one, so simple. 2 of the border strips that I had, I added punched out the little bow and stamped the sentiment. Then I was starting to struggle with some of the pieces I had, what to do with them. This was 2 pieces of plain white flour. I nearly put it in the bin a few times, and then I decided to airbrush it, and again I added another one of these swirly things, and the bird was in the pile. Probably my least favourite. I was struggling with, well, on on this one I had 2 of these when I was trying the alcohol lift, and I wasn't very happy with them. And so anyway, I had 2 like that, and this was a vellum flower left over from the vellum I did the other day, and a leaf that was in the pile. Again, not remembering that. I must have that dye, it's lovely. So then I was battling with the same flower on here. I turned the paper over, and here was another one from the alcohol ink lift, so I used that side. I had this feather that was acetate that was clear and had been sitting there. It was see-through. I always overlooked it, so I airbrushed that, and the bird was in the pile, and added some thread. And then the very last one, I had this piece that I'd embossed when we were trying out the 3D embossing folders at Papermates, and I had one of these medallions, so I had to make another one, and I've used up 2 of these. I've got all these little cutouts ready for sentiments that I don't know why I've got them. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've ended up with a far bigger pile of cards than I ever thought I would, and I've used up 90% of my pile of scrap pieces. So if you're looking for some inspiration, it made me go in different directions than I would have if I was just starting to make a card. So thanks for watching.